It's a new day. Yes, it is.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the newest installment of the Minorities Report. As always, I am your head minority in charge, Gus. With me, as usual, is my biracial consigliere and heterosexual life mate, Jay Shell.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, we always forget that you are my heterosexual life mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long we been together now?
Since 2011.
Shit. So our relationship has lasted longer than both of my marriages combined.
And let's face it, like our relationship lasted longer than the Confederacy.
And less people died.
Right. That we know of.
Well, there was that one. Anyway,
yeah.
never mind.
12 years.
We don't talk about
yeah.
that. We don't talk about that.
But yeah.
Anyway, so Jay, what's up, man? How's it going?
It's going well, man. What was it? I think you have like an announcement to
This just in. To all the folks around the world and all the boys at sea. I don't know what that means. They always used to say that. I don't know.
The boys at sea.
So we wanted to talk about some things. Our last episode that we just did, would be our last episode that's going to be. Don't panic. It's not our last episode. Mm-hmm. We're going to take this show in a different direction. We did some brainstorming, and I sat down and was thinking for a while, and then thought some more. And then after the headache went away from me thinking, get it?
Yeah.
I started thinking, I was like, you know what? Let's take this show in a different format. Let's take it in a different direction. Mm-hmm. So we came up with some ideas. I just wanted to bounce some of the stuff off of you guys. And Jay knows some of them, but some of them are surprise. We're going to take it more into we're still going to stay with social topics. I still want to talk about that. I want to talk to people about everything and anything. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to talk more about the lifestyle that Jay Shell leads. Not that kind. Don't get all excited.
Why did they use those type of words, you know?
I like to be ambiguous.
And that term, too. What the
No, it's going to be... And Mr. Hand's with us again. Say hello.
Hey, everyone.
So he's helping us in this directional change. We're going to go in a more pop culture, I guess you could say, format.
Yep. We're going to cover, basically gaming, TV,
Wait, you say
movies.
What? Gaming. Gaming. Oh, sorry, I heard you wrong.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Shut up.
Pro wrestling, anime, pretty much like... Because like we have a lot, we talk a lot about a lot of things off the air and everything that we always have strong opinions on, and we thought, you know what, let's just share them with everyone, because as much as that we like to talk about like social issues and politics, there are some folks that'll be like, you know what, how about we talk more about like stuff we just saw in the movies.
Well, we're going to expand it to anything and everything.
Yeah.
It's basically it's going to be a 2-hour car ride with us, because if you've ever sat in a car with us for a 2-hour car ride, well, hell, even a half-an-hour car ride, you're going to hear a lot of things. We go from left to right to everywhere in between. Our conversation changes topics probably about 4 times and then comes back to the original idea. It's a talent.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the stuff that we're going to do is going to be, you've probably heard some other people do it before, but we're going to do it better.
One unique thing, of course, is I will be the Anne Hathaway correspondent. Thank you.
You going to correspond with Anne Hathaway?
Does she know?
Her restraining order will.
Right.
No, so because... Well, Jay mentioned professional wrestling, and I've probably mentioned it on a time or two here, but I was a professional wrestler. I was trained by Homicide from NWA Power and New Japan. He's in New Japan, and TNA, AEW. He's been all over the place. I was trained by him, and we're going to do segments on, I already got some interviews lined up for us about independent wrestling, and we're going to talk about it in general, about stuff we see on TV too.
Because with the rise of AEW and all that, and like, seeing like the spotlights on all like, indie feds and everything, there's a lot to talk about in the world of wrestling that we definitely want to, share our thoughts on and everything.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. And also Jay Shell is a bit of a gamer geek.
Just a little,
bit.
I was pretty much born with a NES controller in my hand.
First thing he jerked off to was Street Fighter 2. And it wasn't Chun-Li.
Yeah, it was Cammy.
It was Zangief.
You tried to flip it on me, but I reversed it.
He was Zangief. He likes his men big, hairy, and
I mean, like, if you can crack walnuts with his thigh. I crack walnuts in my thigh, Ralph.
Walnuts in your what?
Thigh.
Oh, okay.
It's thigh, but in Russian.
Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like, you know.
So you actually played in tournaments, you said, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like gaming is like, you know, one of my biggest passions, and I always have like a lot of thoughts about them. I always tell Gus about like, you know, what I've been playing and everything. So I'm gonna bring that to our show.
How about this? Challenge J Shell.
Oh,
You could play a game against somebody.
that's true.
Yeah, they could throw down the gauntlet.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll play you in Mr. Hand said he challenges you at Pong.
Right.
Bro, if you can find a Pong and
Right.
a TV that will play it, I will
Right.
play you.
Right.
My Atari 2600 skills are legendary.
Now,
Everybody under the age of 40 right now is going, what the fuck is Pong?
so I'm glad you brought that up, because not only will I be doing like you know, reviews of like, you know, the newest games, but also do like some retro reviews.
Are you going to
know?
nostalgia fap on us?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, honestly,
Well, not on us. You know.
right.
Don't fap on me.
Right, and also, but don't. Are you gonna have a? Why does that sound like "Don't tread on me"? Don't fap on me.
No, it's like a Beatles song. Don't fap on me.
What's it called? Do overs, because like, you know, I always like, you know, talk about like these games that have really great concepts but terrible execution.
Yeah.
What would I do to like, you know, to fix them and everything?
Oh, bro, there was an idea I told you I had a while back. It's like a GTA style game. I want to do stuff like this too. A GTA style game.
pitching.
But with Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
So you start off as a prospect, and you
Yeah.
get to choose what club you want to prospect for, and then you go through your missions, and you got to rise up all the way to president. That I'd play the fuck out of that game.
Yeah. And what's it? Actually, yeah. Like, so, like, you know, pitch meeting, we'll
Yeah.
call it, and everything.
There you go.
And Indie Watch, like, you know, we'll talk about like, you know, the latest like indie games, because let me tell you, man,
Yeah.
like there are a lot of indie developers that are just kicking ass for like a long time.
I got one for that you could do with Mr. Han. Gaming with boomers.
Oh my god, what does this button do?
That'd be hysterical.
He'll have his tongue out, and then you ever see people that move the controller in the direction?
Yeah.
That, they're
Like when you're playing a racing game, like
How do I move the camera and the... I don't get it.
I'm fighting off like several different enemies, and his character is like walking into a wall.
There may be a recording somewhere the first time I played Borderlands.
You know what's funny? I just saw something like that I'm sure you've watched on The Office. Jim, the very first time he's
Oh,
playing.
he's playing Call of Duty, and he just sucks.
And Rashida
Yeah.
Jones is right behind him. She's like, "Hey, turn around." She shoots him in the head.
I remember Andy was so pissed at him, like, "I will kill you! I will literally kill you!"
Oh, the dude that's next to him. Yeah, what's the guy's name? I always know him as Doctor from The Hangover. Peter, isn't it Peter something from the Vacation movie, the reboot?
It's God, what's his name? Damn it.
No, I don't think that's it.
Probably is.
Damn it! What is he, French?
And it'd be called Damit.
Damit.
Yeah. Hold on.
It's Damit Dumas.
Who plays Stu in The Hangover?
Are you really using?
Yeah. No, Ed Helms. Just remembered. Ed Helms.
Ed Helms.
Yeah.
Dude, he was actually horrible in that Vacation movie.
Oh, the Vacation movie was terrible.
Which brings us to another segment we're going to do. OG versus reboot.
There you go. But yeah, like, you know, over like, you know, the original movies versus a reboot.
In his defense, the movie was awful.
It was awful, yes.
He sucked, but the movie was awful.
Yeah.
And also, which movie is worse? You know,
Yeah.
Would, Would you rather be tied to a chair with your eyes open?
Oh, would you rather?
Would you rather?
Yeah. Would you rather get stabbed in the eye or watch Ishtar? Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, that's a tough one.
I still think Name of the King has a hands down.
We can also do like another, like, you know, just like with the do-over segment from gaming, do-over with movies as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, movies that, like, you know, it could have been great if they would have done with this direction instead of like what they did. Yeah.
It'll go with with our show, do-over.
Yeah,
Now that we're completely
that's-
redoing the show, it's just going to be...
That's
we're
awesome.
adding
There you go.
because
Yeah.
I think In the Name of the King could have been a great movie.
In the name
If
of the
Yui
king.
Bowl wasn't part of it.
Is that the King Arthur thing?
No, it was based on a video game.
Yeah.
And Yui Bowl, enough said.
Who?
Yeah.
Yui Bowl.
Who?
Yui Bowl.
Who?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
Jason Statham doing mixed martial arts in a forest full of fairies.
Yeah.
Like tree fairies. It was just like, what
you don't know. You weren't alive then.
Right?
You don't know. Oh, okay, wait. The fairies is okay. That's believable. The mixed martial arts in it, that's way out of hand.
Look, I can only handle one set of fantasies at a time.
That's like the one where I told you somebody that Jay and I know previously were engaged a friendship with.
You were.
We went to go see the Star Wars movie. What was it? Star Wars, the one with they're stealing the plans.
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Yeah.
Rogue One. At the very last scene, after Darth Vader takes out all these dudes and the ship flies away, the door opens up and he's standing in the vacuum of space holding his lightsaber, and they go, pff, like his cape would wave in the vacuum of space. I go, they just fought for half an hour with laser swords and they shooting laser beams at each other. The vacuum of space, that's what you got. Well, yeah, because it wouldn't fly to... Shut up.
Just those fucking...
I get it. His cape would have flapped the other way because the oxygen would be coming out. The atmosphere would
Don't
be coming
enable him.
I was like, we just watched a movie where they're shooting lasers at each other. There's green people and they fight with laser swords. But the flapping in space,
No, listen.
too far.
I bought super expensive tickets to hear Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about that shit for like an hour and a half.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Anyway, so yo, dude, I came up with a great one. It's I want to call it is it binge worthy? Is it binge worthy?
Is it sponge worthy though? See what I did there?
But that's where I took it from. Are you binge worthy?
Jerry Seinfeld's gonna sue you with his army of lawyers.
It reminds me of Family Guy. Alyssa Milano. Jerry, I'm suing.
I'm suing. Yeah.
No, because like take a show for example. I just finished watching Community.
Yeah.
I totally think that's binge worthy.
Absolutely.
It was a good show. However, you can tell when it changed direction and went on Yahoo as opposed to being on NBC. You could so tell the moment it changed. You know why? Chevy Chase died.
Yep.
Not that the actor died.
Yeah.
People wish he did.
Yeah, like Bill Murray.
His character died.
Yeah, but no, and also going with the TV as well as like movies actually. Is this still good? Like, you know how like when you take something out of the fridge, like is this still good? Yeah. Something from like old, like did it hold up well and everything?
There's some shows that are still okay. I'm gonna give you a perfect example of that. Riverdale.
Yeah.
Is this still good?
Yeah.
Because Riverdale started out with a huge fan following. I watched the first 5 seasons. I'm like, okay, this show's pretty good. Well, first 4 seasons, I was like, this show's pretty good. Okay, yeah, it's a different take on Archie, but it's cool. Got to the 5th season, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Well, not just that. Like I'm talking about like old shows.
Oh, you're talking about like say Archie Bunker. Is
Yeah.
it still good? Could
Or
you
like-
watch it today?
Yeah.
Like
Does
the
it still
Lucille
hold up?
Ball show.
Yeah.
Right. Does it hold? Yeah, just like okay, all the super masculine, over the top alpha dudes. I used to love He-Man when I was a kid growing up. You watch it now and goes, oh, well, this show's kind of gay.
Absolutely.
Yep. And also,
Wait, a planet of over-muscled men, sweaty with oil all over them, was a little gay.
And
Half naked.
we can
Oh,
also
wait a minute. This guy's the archetype for Siegfried and Roy, I'm pretty sure. So.
and we also have another segment we can do like called Pull the Plug. Like we talk about shows that just went on way too long, like Simpsons, Family Guy, Supernatural. Yeah.
I know I'm going to catch a lot of shit for that one.
Oh
but-
my gosh! Yeah, I don't know
Supernatural.
if we should do that. That could be life.
Fuck that.
Oh fuck! What are they gonna do?
Who's going to at me? Who's going
Right.
to at me over Supernatural?
They're gonna.
They're gonna write bad fan fiction about us,
It'll be like the was it Family Guy, the English drive-by disagreement. Oh,
Yeah.
Reginald, I disagree.
what are they gonna do? Like fucking like throw like notes from like their Winchest fanfics at us or something?
Here's my thing. Wincest. First
Yeah.
of all, it's Wincest.
Well, excuse the fuck out of me.
Get it right, Jay.
Or what? What are you gonna do?
Or I'm going to say it again. Yeah.
Or you're gonna write another fanfic about it too?
I'm going to write a letter to the editor. I am the editor.
Right.
No, so yeah, because Supernatural, honestly, the first 5 seasons was where Eric Kripke wrote it to, and that's where he wrote it to, and it had an ending to it. Everything after that was all fan fapping, That's all it was after that. They even started making fun of themselves on it. They had a Supernatural convention in the show, so that should tell you something.
When the show becomes self-aware, that's when it means it needs to pull the plug.
Where on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have a show like Sons of Anarchy that Kurt Sutter wrote the whole thing to have a conclusive ending, and he did. And then fans were clamoring for more and more and more. It's like, no, that's it.
No, shut up.
This is what you get.
Well,
this is my story.
I'll give you my ends.
And he didn't whore himself out. That's right. I said whore himself out and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because somebody would have just kept doing it.
And that was great because, and I'm pretty sure, like not only the fans but also FX was pressuring him.
Yeah.
And when the network pressures you.
Well, that's what happened with Supernatural. He said, "No, I don't want to do it anymore."
Yeah, because like and CW knew because like CW since its inception hasn't made any money. Like it's always been like behind in the ratings.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's shows. They're the prime example of shows going on for way too long. Like Smallville.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Because
Did you really need 10 seasons of Smallville?
10 seasons of an origin story? Nah. Because like they knew that once that show ends, like that's pretty much good to the
Once he
death
put
knell
the
then.
super suit on, it
Yeah.
was done.
Yeah.
Where's my super suit? So, I want to do one segment called "Would You Rather." Mm-hmm. Oh no, we talked about that one already.
Yeah.
Something about what I want to do is also we're gonna do cult classic guilty pleasure movies, which there is a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Cult classics are movies that were not appreciated in their time,
Mm-hmm.
but now groups of people find them to be amazing.
Yeah.
Example. Big Trouble in Little China wasn't a huge box office hit when it came out.
Yep.
But now, who doesn't love Big Trouble in Little China?
Last Dragon.
The Last Dragon.
Well, and that's
actually, I don't know. In the hood where I grew up, The Last Dragon was the shit.
Yeah, but that's a niche audience. Though.
I had to pay for a movie ticket to sit in the row.
Yeah.
Like not in a seat, in the row because they oversold the.
Well,
the
see,
fucking
See, and that's another topic we could talk about. Like, just because it bombed doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
There's always a misconception when a movie bombs. That means it's terrible.
Dread.
Dread
is a prime example of that with Carl Urban.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dread. It bombed, but that movie's the fans have been clamoring for a sequel for years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carl did a really good.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. You know what the key to that was?
He never took off the helmet.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I do love the Stallone one.
The Stallone one's great because it introduced us
I am
to
the law.
Dread.
The law.
Oh, Armand Asante was the shit. Ooh, that's another thing we could do. We could do the unsung heroes.
Yeah, of the movies?
Of movies.
Yeah.
Like in our
Who stole the movie?
Exactly.
Because there's people who steal the movie, dude. They steal the movie and it's like, okay, this. But that also leads us into something else we could talk about that you've talked about in the past. The side character that they try to spotlight on and it's like doesn't work. Well, a prime example of what it did work, but it's kind of fucked up the whole rest of the show was Family Matters.
Yeah.
Then it became the Urkel show.
Yeah.
After they introduced Steve
And
Urkel.
there was that led to like a lot of like backstage strife
Yeah,
and everything.
and people don't even realize that it was a spinoff of Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Harriet.
Yeah.
The mom, yeah.
It was supposed to be a Harriet show. But cult classic, different from a guilty pleasure. Okay, I'm going to confess my guilty pleasure movie right now. I think Jay might remember it. Godzilla with Matthew Broderick.
Oh, I remember that.
No, but I'm saying it's my guilty pleasure
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
I will watch it anytime it's
Oh
on.
my
Well,
gosh.
it's not so much about Matthew Broderick, it's all about Jean Reno.
Oh, Jean Reno?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, and what's his name?
Well, the Leon
Hank
the
Azaria.
Professional then.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Leon the Professional. That I consider a cult classic, not a guilty pleasure. It's a cult classic because people still talk about it and study it.
Yeah.
The only reason why I got a bad name is because of the director likes young women.
Luc Besson.
Luc Besson.
Yeah.
He married a girl that he knew from when she was 12, and he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
And then in that movie, if you watch the uncut non-American version, there's a lot of sexual tension between 12-year-old Matilda and Jean Reno's hitman.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. What was it? But no, they had to cut some stuff out.
A lot of it.
A lot of it
A
out.
lot
Yeah.
of it. Because, again, there was sexual tension between them. And Natalie Portman at the time was a legit 12 years old.
Yeah.
She was... Anyway, but it's a good movie. Gary Oldman, when he tells the guy, goes, get me everyone. Who? Everyone!
Oh, can't forget Danny Aiello.
Oh, Danny Aiello.
What was his name?
Great
It's
name.
Tony.
Yeah.
He was like his Jean Reno's manager.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
He was really good. Yeah.
Stealing his fucking money. But Danny Aiello, what's he been bad in, really?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Hell, he was in that one movie with Antonio Banderas and Melanie Griffith called Too Much.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. There's a deep cut.
Oh, that's another thing we got to do,
but
deep cuts.
Yeah, but no, like Antonio Banderas played a guy who pretended to have like a twin brother, so he can get with two like sisters, Melody Griffith, and I think the other one was Daryl Hannah. I could be wrong. And
he's Antonio Banderas. He could have said, "Hey, how about just both of you?" They would have been like, "Okay."
Well, in universe, he couldn't. I mean, yeah.
Oh, in the movie, no.
Yeah.
In real life, come on.
Yeah, and this was 90s.
He's little Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
He goes, I give that a snap in a Z formation.
But like Danny Aiello, what's it called? Played like Melody's ex, who was a mob boss.
Oh, God.
Movie was terrible, but he was awesome in it.
Oh, you know what? Another movie that is terrible, but actually has good moments. It's another one of those guilty pleasure movies. Fuck. It was Bruce Willis in his Moonlight Blind Date.
Oh yeah,
with Kim Basinger,
right?
And Dan from Night Court plays her crazy ex.
Oh, what's his face? John Larroquette.
Yeah, that scene where he makes him dance. He goes, "Now moonwalk." He starts shooting at him. I hate that shit. That was another one. Oh, Hudson Hawk. We could go on a whole Bruce Willis guilty pleasure movie, dude.
Yeah.
Hudson Hawk. Come on. Although he is one of the most cult classic movies of all time. Fifth Element.
Yep.
That is
Yeah,
a cult
that is
classic.
true.
Because
Also-
it's one of the greatest sci-fi movies. In my
Well, I mean,
opinion.
like
Also, what the funny thing about that is Gary Oldman absolutely didn't want to do that movie. And
he
then
stole the movie.
And
Yeah.
then turns out to steal it.
Stole the fucking
really.
movie. He stole the fucking movie. He was great. You know what's another? Oh, best Star Trek movie.
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy
Yeah,
Quest.
that's right. Yeah, that's actually what I thought of just after you said that.
Best Star
Yep.
Trek movies.
I
Galaxy.
better go with Fifth Element for a little while.
Well, dude, but fucking what's his name? Rob.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman was
Oh, yeah.
great in that, bro.
my
By
goodness.
Grokla's hammer, I will avenge thee.
How did I come here? I was Richard III.
I was an actor once, damn it.
Damn it.
Actually, you know,
I had
I
five.
played Richard the 12 curtain calls.
actually, you know,
And Tony Shalhoub was.
that's what I was gonna say.
He was
Actually, who
stoned the
kind of stole
entire
the
time.
undercover stole the movie from me was Tony Shalhoub, like
Yeah.
the pothead.
Shalhoub.
Shalhoub.
No, but that's another binge-worthy show. Monk.
Monk.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely.
but dude, if you think about Galaxy Quest, that cast was fucking soup to nuts, fucking great. Even what's his face, the guy from Iron Man.
Oh, Sam Rockwell.
Guy- Sam
He
Rockwell.
played the guy who
Yeah.
had he was an extra or a
He was
glorified extra.
he was pretty much a red
And-
shirt.
Yeah, and he
a
was
red
milking it for all it's worth. He would show up uninvited. He was basically the Virgil of the cast.
He ended up in space with them because he
Yep.
was just hanging on. Oh, also, what's her name? Oh, God damn it! Why I
Missy
always
Pyle?
forget? Oh,
Missy Pyle,
Yeah.
yeah.
She has
fantastic.
always a
and
tendency-
Rainn Wilson was in
Yep.
that movie.
Missy Pyle always. Oh, and the dude from Just Shoot Me.
Enrico
Enrico
Corleone.
Corleone,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he had
our last hope.
and then you had the Mac guy, Justin Long.
The dude from The Office was in there.
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn
Yeah.
Wilson,
Yeah,
that's right.
dude,
Dude,
there
that
was
cast
so
was
many
just-
people.
yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was incredible.
And Justin Long and the weird kids that were with him. I don't know.
What's and honestly, Tim the Taylor Toolman.
Tim the Tool.
Toolman Taylor.
You mean Tim the Tool Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was funny as shit. He's
Yeah.
what's wrong with her? Her voice synthesizer is broken.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, the whole movie was fucking great.
goodness.
I could watch the shit out of that movie.
Oh, listen. So I saw that movie. I had pneumonia for
Yeah.
like a month, and I was finally feeling better. So I went to Denver. I lived up in the mountains. I went to Denver, and I couldn't handle it.
Right.
I had to go home. So I'm going home, and I say I can't even drive anymore. I'm just going to pull over this movie theater. If there's a movie, I'll just sit in the movie theater and just be
Right.
quiet. I saw Galaxy Quest. I laughed so hard I thought my lungs were going to collapse.
Mm-hmm.
It was unbelievable.
Bro, another thing I'd like to talk about is there's movies that are better when you're high. Not that I've gotten high.
Ooh,
Yeah.
call it High Watch.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a segment right there,
I
yeah.
love that.
Okay, I'll give you the-
first, wait. Team America World Police.
Oh God, I'll give you one better than that.
Almost certainly have to be high for that movie.
Back in the day, I went to go see. Well, I really didn't ever smoked when I was younger. I smoked a few here and there. Anyway, kid I know, Chris, I even remember his name. We all hung out. He goes, "Oh, yo, they smoked this spliff." I'm like, "All right, fuck it. We ain't gonna do nothing but go see a movie." So we smoked up, and I was high. We go to see Lost in Space with Matt LeBlanc and what's his face?
yeah.
William Hurt.
William Hurt.
Oh, Gary Oldman was in that as well.
Yeah, Gary
That's
Oldman was
right.
Dr. Smith.
Dr. Smith.
You had
So,
yep.
so we went to go see it, and I'm high as a kite. And there's the opening scene where all the ships are flying and fighting each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like the greatest movie I've ever seen. Oh my, we're sitting there tripping balls, just thinking it's the most amazing shit since Star Wars. I saw it not high, and I'm like, this movie's fucking horrible. What the fuck was I thinking? It's like kind of like with Nick Schwartzen when he does about Taco Bell. Because Taco Bell's like, this tastes all right. But then when you go at like 3 o'clock in the morning where you're fucking high as fuck, oh my God, this is like a culinary masterpiece. Is it better high? It's like, but yeah, dude. So we're going to do a lot of changes. Oh, it's something I wanted to do. We're going to have more guests on. And Mr. Han, you're welcome to bring one of your significant others. We're going to do something called Do You Know Your Other?
Oh,
So
yeah.
kind of like, you remember the Newlywed Game?
Yeah, you know what? Either would be good, but True, honestly, is a true cinephile.
Yeah.
So-
No. Do you know your other as far as like, do they know things about you?
It's
Yeah,
like it's
that's what I'm saying. I should bring True because
Oh.
they know they are a cinephile, and they probably they probably will stump me, even though I
No,
I know
not like
some-
that.
No, like
Like, she go, what's favorites Peter? What's Peter's favorite candy?
Oh, do they know about
Yeah,
me?
Yeah, the newlywed
I
game.
thought it was like, well, if it's newlywed, we go against each other. Right?
No, right? No. Well, you're gonna have different couples.
Yeah.
So
Got
there's
it,
gonna be
okay.
more than one couple.
Yeah,
So
no, I
like
got
we'll
it.
ask one. Like we'll ask you what's her favorite, color socks. I don't know.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah,
No,
it
it
is really.
We were talking
I
about
know,
cinephiles
it's
and
two
everything.
against one. I'm just saying she's a cinephile, so we can also talk about movies.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Your sister's a cinephile.
Yes.
Also, one called Battle of the Gender Norms. I don't want to call it Battle of the Sexes because that's sexist. We're gonna call it Battle of the Gender Norms. Like, what is? I would go to Jay. What is blush used for?
For like what's it called, makeup. the
Right,
face
but say,
and-
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then you could ask, because it's redefining the gender norms, because a lot of people think that, well, how do you change your oil? Women, they don't think a woman can change her oil on her car. Or a guy doesn't know that Maybelline is a line of makeup. Ulta, do you know what Ulta is?
Yeah.
Do you know what Sephora is? See what I'm saying? And so I want to try to break the gender norms by doing, and that will be you against, like, say, a True, where you have to battle each other to see who knows more what about the other gender norm.
They're the one who introduced me to all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, no, but I'm saying is that's going to be like, it's like it could be about sports,
Yeah. Oh. Well,
How many points is a
That'd
touchdown?
be such a giant fail. That'd be awesome. That'd be like watching a train wreck. It'd be
He was
awesome.
like, you can imagine that, Jay. So how many points is a touchdown? Oh, he hears. What's a touchdown? Is that where the batter hits the ball out of the basketball stadium? Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Here, let me look it up right quick. Ding, ding,
But you
ding.
laugh, but you know what? A lot of people get the question wrong, even if they're football fans. How many points is a touchdown? How many points is a touchdown, Jay?
I don't know. I don't watch football.
See, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bullshit that.
It's 6 points for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then there's 1 point for an extra kick, or an extra point for a kick, or 2 points for a conversion.
Right.
Yeah, I used to play football too. I'm
And
a manly man.
And 3 points
You've
for a
scored
field
four
goal.
touchdowns in a single
3
game.
points for a field goal.
Yeah, I did three touchdowns in a game in high school, but it wasn't poke high.
Poke high.
No, it was poke high.
Yeah.
I went to Puerto Rican high.
Yeah.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Anyway, so I want to do shit like that. I mean, there's any other ideas you got?
Yep. So, did I mention Kung Fu Theater yet?
Yes. No, you didn't.
Okay, because Gus can attest to this and everything, but I'm a huge martial arts movie fan.
He don't know.
yeah.
He don't know shit about them. He lies. Fucking liar.
If you ever get a chance to see his Instagram, he's reenacting famous.
We're gonna
kicks.
rename him Hong Kong Fooey.
Yep.
No.
Love
Number
Hong
one
Kong
super
Phooey.
guy.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Queerer than the human eye.
He's got style, groovy style, says the bi guy.
J Shell Fooey.
Yeah.
Jay Shell Fooey.
J Foo.
J Foo.
There you go.
There you
Ooh,
go.
J
I
Foo
like
Theater.
J
Yeah.
Foo Theater.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Yep. So I love talking about, the movies. I love talking about the story, the characters, the fight choreography, everything. So gonna bring that to our show. Also, not just new school, like, new stuff that's been coming out and everything, but the old school stuff. We're talking about the Shaw Brothers, Golden Harvest, the heyday and everything.
But, real quick, we didn't plan on taking a break, but we're gonna take one. We'll be right back.
Yep.
And we're back. Konnichiwa, bitches. We're talking about what direction we're taking the Minorities Report into. It's still going to remain the Minorities Report because
We're minorities.
we are.
And we report on shit.
And I don't want to pay for another trademark name. No, I'm
Right.
kidding. But anyway, so we're talking shit that we're going to be doing, and we actually want to put it out there to everybody. If you have any suggestions for topics and shit we should do, you can email us at theminoritiesreport21@gmail.com or message us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or you can call Jay at 612. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to give out your
Wow, you're gonna pull a Tom Green on me? Put in fucking like Glenn Humplick's name. I mean, not his name, but his number at TRL Studios.
You can call him at 8675
309.
No, so a lot of the one. Oh, dude, one I want to do is called Deep Cut. Deep Cut, where there's times in it where you've heard us say some shit about a show that was back in the day and nobody ever really knows. Like, what's happening now? There was a show called
What's Happening Now? Yeah.
It was the sequel to What's Happening. It's called What's Happening Now. Wasn't it a grown D?
No, it was a grown Raj.
Raj.
He was married. He was actually married to it was one of the later cast members of In Living Color. And that was one of her first roles.
Fun fact, he never wore glasses in his glasses.
No.
If you looked in his glasses, it's just a frame.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Because, he didn't need them.
No, it wasn't because of that.
They would glare against the light.
The light would glare against it, and you could see the camera in his lenses.
Yeah.
And did you know that Fred Berry, who played Rerun, he legally changed his name to Fred Rerun Berry.
Yeah, because nobody else knew him otherwise.
Yeah. Well, he knew, I'm going to milk this for all it's worth.
Yeah.
God bless him, too.
I used to like Dwayne more, though.
Yeah.
Hey. That was his catchphrase.
He was underappreciated.
He was my total favorite.
Yeah, because when you think of What's Happening, you instantly think of Rerun.
You think Rerun, Shirley, and Raj.
Or D.
D.
The sister.
Ooh, I'm telling Mama.
By the way, D was one of the most true characters because every girl back in the day was a narc.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All little sisters?
The little sisters, yep. But yeah, especially at school. Oh, my God. Quick story. So, second grade, there was a girl in my class who looked exactly like Dee. And just like Dee, she was a narc. She would always be telling on us and everything.
30% of the girls I grew up with look like Dee.
Yeah. But pretty, yeah.
But that tells you anything.
Yeah. But no, because how Dee was I call it the early resting bitch face. Dee had that. Yeah.
I think she founded that.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and Mama, the lady who played Mama, she also, fun fact, went on to play Steve Martin's mama.
Oh, yeah, in The Jerk.
In The Jerk.
Yeah,
right, she goes,
I was born a poor black child.
I'm like, it's the cans. He's got something with the cans. He's shooting
Mama,
at the cans.
You'll be happy to hear I got a job.
That should be an episode as well. The Steve Martin retrospect.
Dude,
not retrospect. He's still alive, but appreciation.
Yeah.
That movie is so underratedly funny.
That is.
His movies were unappreciated back in the day.
Yeah.
Like The Man with Two Brains.
Oh, that's a deep cut. Yeah.
Oh, and one that we have to make sure we get time in J-Fu is, of course, Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
No.
Shaolin Soccer?
Yes.
Shaolin Soccer.
Yep.
Dude, that movie.
Oh.
Dude, they're making a sequel.
Yeah.
Drunken Master?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kung
Bro,
Pao.
you can't.
No.
Wait. First of all, you can't talk about. You can't talk about kung fu movies if you don't put Drunken Master there. Come on, man.
Dude, that's one of the. That's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
That, along with Return to the 36th Chamber,
As well as
Five Deadly Venoms,
and Shaolin Temple,
You know
the
which
movie
one?
that launched Jet Li.
You know which one is a little bit less known than all those? The Crippled Avengers.
Oh, that was an interesting one.
The Crippled Avengers.
see that.
It was the same dudes that were the Five Deadly Venoms,
Yeah.
but each one of them had a disability, but used it in their favor in their fighting style.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So one dude had metal legs because he had his legs cut off. One dude had his arms cut off, so he had metal arms. So one was blind and one was deaf, so they would work together.
And of course, we have to talk about Master of the Flying Guillotine.
Oh, dude, I love that
Yep,
one.
and that was that movie's actually one of the major inspirations of Street Fighter, particularly the character Dalsim.
You know which one?
I feel like I've ruined myself on Kung Pao.
Yeah.
I was
You need to
also
redeem
going to
yourself.
say.
Yeah,
I was also going to say Forbidden Kingdom.
Oh,
Actually-
you know what's another one
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't remember? But I don't know if you would consider it a kung fu movie, but it was badass. Lone Wolf and Cub.
that's a
Japanese-
it was a samurai film, a Jidaigeki film.
Yeah.
But Lone
Along-
Wolf and Cub is a great one as well.
Kind of like Seven Samurai.
Yep.
Which, do you know, here's another, I'm saying fun fact a lot, but this is people don't realize it. A Bug's Life, it's Seven Samurai.
Samurai, yeah. Same thing with
Magnificent Seven.
and Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Magnificent Seven
Ooh,
was a direct translation to a Western from the Seven Samurai.
And also-
But Bug's Life is also.
And also, Star Wars was based on the classic 47 Ronin. So much so.
No, not 47 Ronin. The Fortress.
Yeah, which
By
is
Akira
based.
Kurosawa.
But that's also
Oh,
based
is
on
it?
the story of the 47 Ronin.
Okay.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Star Wars?
Yep.
yeah.
Star Wars directly stolen
from The Fortress.
Fred Soberhagen Berserker series
Uh,
directly. Like,
but
everything.
but George Lucas said that he did use The Fortress as his main.
Because he wanted to seem cool.
But also he wanted to hire Toshio Mifune, classic samurai cinema actor, to play Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, dude, we definitely got to do.
That would have been cool.
We definitely got to do episodes and segments on stuff like that. Like one of my favorite Japanese directors, besides Akira Kurosawa, is Takashi Miike.
Takashi Miike.
Yeah, his movies, and he's such a diverse director. He's done everything from kids movies to horror movies.
Yep.
Like Ichi the Killer.
And also one of my favorite directors we want to talk about is Ryuhei Kitamura. He directed Versus, and he was actually very influential in video game cutscenes.
Versus,
like in Metal Gear Solid, he directed some segments.
Versus is one of the movies I watched and went, "What the fuck am I watching?" It was so good.
We're gonna definitely do a review on that.
Dude goes into a haunted forest.
Yeah,
and they're like these Japanese assassins, and they go into a haunted forest.
Yeah,
bro.
But yeah, stop it right there because we don't want to reveal too much.
And I don't want to mix metaphors too much, but
what's a metaphor? What's a headway?
So, oh gosh, never mind.
You lost it.
I lost it.
Yep.
I'm McConnell.
Wow.
But also,
there's a glitch in the matrix.
But along with because as a martial arts movie fan and everything, there are times I told you there have been a fight scene that I thought was terrible.
Yeah.
And here's what I would have done.
We'll
talk, we'll call it how would I would choreograph it or something like that and everything.
You know what makes me laugh when I watch movies like that with people and they go, "Oh, that would never happen in a real fight."
Oh no, nothing like that.
You're watching a movie, bro.
No, nothing like that. Yeah. Because I know the difference between movie fighting and real life fighting.
Yeah. Like people go, "Oh, that would never happen in a real fight." Yeah, no shit. You also wouldn't fight 5 people and then 3 of them would stand back and watch.
Well, you know what's funny is that I'm glad you mentioned that because one of Peter mentioned I like to do reenactments of movies. Only the Strong. We'll do a review on that as well.
The way
I reenacted
fancy Brazilian dancing.
Yep. What was it called? I reenacted Mark Dacascos does a move called Ao Bachido, which means L kick.
You're gonna what?
Ao Bachido.
You're gonna what?
Ao Bachido. We're gonna go for it for 3 hours. But
no, I wouldn't mind some Cheetos. Right?
Yeah.
Only if they're flaming hot.
Yep.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I reenacted a move from there. It's basically an L kick, like you see in b-boying and everything. And somebody comment there says, "Hollywood fantasy, not a real move."
I just did it.
Yeah.
Not a real move.
It's been in capoeira since its inception, bro.
Yeah. I think I've only seen one clip of a dude in a cage fight that beat some dude with a capoeira kick, though.
Oh, I think his name is Marcelo. I know what you're talking about. It was like the double. It was like the
double spinning in the air.
They call it like a Mea de Campaso. But yeah, basically,
you're addicted. What?
Mea Lua de Campaso.
Dick and balls.
Is this gonna be you? Everything. You and your horrible hearing.
My dick no paso. What?
You heard what you wanted. Damn, you are bi.
Oh, he does.
He said He said the name of the movie is My Dick in El Paso.
I said Mea Lua de Campaso. You are the gayest motherfucker on the planet. Seriously, you are.
So I remembered it was Anne Flux.
Yeah.
So the question is,
animation was great. Movie sucked.
Yeah.
Moving on. No, that's another one. Animated movie versus live action.
Yeah,
and
right.
video
Yeah,
game
that's
versus live action. Oh, pretty much adaptations in general.
Dude, I have yet to see a video game movie that's good at all. Unless you count Street Fighter.
Right. Well, it depends. Are you talking about animated movie or live action?
No, live action.
Live action. Okay.
Like I said, except Street Fighter because that is a cinematic masterpiece.
No, Raul Julia is a cinematic masterpiece.
What? You didn't like Jean-Claude Van Damme with his thick Belgian French accent?
No, honestly,
I'm an American soldier.
Honestly, I would rather talk about the behind-the-scenes strife of the Street Fighter movie because that shit was
cocaine says what?
Yeah, because that shit was like Tropic Thunder.
Was it Jean-Claude Van Damme was so high on coke half that movie?
Oh, he was also banging Kylie Minogue as well.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody.
And the actors talk about because they filmed in Thailand. So they went to the parlors during their off time.
Oh,
but yeah,
they did. I don't know.
Well, you keep saying, I bet they did. No, they did.
Okay, speaking of Jean-Claude Van Damme, honestly, my favorite guilty pleasure movie of his is Hard Target.
Yeah.
Hard Target.
Honestly, I think that's like the only good John Woo American movie.
Yeah.
Face Off was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No. The worst line of the movie to me was when the girl goes, why did your parents name you Chance? He goes, because my mama took one. What? What does that mean?
No, favorite Van Damme guilty pleasure movie. It's a tie. Oh, God. Actually, it's
Twins.
No,
Double Impact.
Right. Feel the impact.
What he did with Rodman.
I was about to say that. Double Team and No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh my God! But he was in like 10. Was he Ivan the Russian?
Yeah, but he was the main villain.
He kind of, yeah.
Honestly, they used him right. Come in for the first 10 minutes, kick some ass, leave, come back for the final fight.
That was like the Karate Kid of kickboxing.
It was basically it was Karate Kid with Bruce Lee's ghost. We're gonna talk about that actually.
I forgot that was his sensei.
Yeah,
it was Bruce Lee's ghost.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that's gonna be part of the J Fu Theater.
We'll have to talk about the one then.
Oh, with Jet Li?
Yeah.
Actually, that's going to be part of like...
The one, yeah.
Yeah. That's... Actually, I would say that's
underrated.
That's underrated because it was doing multiverse before multiverse.
So it was doing multiverse and...
So is it Romeo...
Romeo Must Die? Actually, you know what? Yeah. So actually, I've always wanted to do a retrospect on I call it the Urban Hip Hop Trilogy or the Urban Wushu Trilogy. It's Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, and Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to do a story on the correlation between the hip hop culture and kung fu.
I got you.
Because a lot of them, I think, me personally, because I grew up in that area and in that era, it was because, as I told you as a kid, at 3 o'clock on a Saturday, the streets were empty in Brooklyn. There were no kids to be seen.
Bro, I'm glad you brought that up because I got you on that.
Because we were all watching kung fu.
Because I am one of the segments I would like to do is like the correlation between hip hop and kung fu, and it goes way back. It goes deeper than a lot of people think. So I've been doing like some studying on this and everything. Because actually I was going to write a paper about it back when I was going to college.
Right.
It didn't happen. But I still have those ideas and everything. So we'll do a episode about that.
Yeah, because I remember growing up in Brooklyn, there was a place called the Commodore Movie Theater in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. We used to go there because it was $5 for 2 movies. And one of them was always a Kung Fu classic movie. Nice. And that theater was always packed. Some people just used to come for the Kung Fu movie and then leave.
See, when I was, because I grew up in like California, so there were no like grindhouse movies there. That was definitely like an East Coast thing and everything. Oh, yeah. So we had Kung Fu theater, like, every afternoon. Like, that's where I found out about Tai Chi Master with Jet Li, which is one of the best martial arts movies of all time, along with a lot of, like, Jackie Chan classics.
I literally just saw that.
Tai Chi Master?
Yeah.
Nice.
We were, when I was a kid growing up, like I said, 3 o'clock, there were no kids outside in Brooklyn. Everybody was watching Kung Fu theater. Yeah. Then they come back out. It was called drive-in theater then.
Yeah.
But then everybody was out at 5 o'clock. Hup, hup.
Well, I remember. What's it called in San Francisco in like the 80s and 90s and everything? They had their this one local station in San Francisco had their own kung fu theater, and it was hosted by an actual kung fu teacher. Yeah. I think he did Hung Ga, which is basically Tiger Crane style.
Yeah,
oh, cool.
And he really wasn't TV ready, but he was legit. He was a martial artist, and he grew up watching these movies, so that at least he gave an air of legitimacy to the program.
I just thought of something else we could do too along those lines: dubbed versus subbed.
Yeah,
because it made me think of Enter the Dragon. No, sorry, Return of the Dragon.
Yeah,
with Bruce Lee. It is one of the worst dub movies I've ever seen. I love the movie, don't get me wrong. But when he goes, Chinese boxing. And the black guy, Chinese, I want some Chinese spare ribs. Because the movie was actually recorded in Chinese and Italian. Because there's a scene where the dude's literally translating for them, but they're all speaking English. He goes, tell him that I said, and he's telling him. And then tell him I said, and like, they're all speaking English, but it was because it was filmed in Chinese and in Italian and no English.
Yep.
So that's why it's even funny when the black guys, you ain't got no Chinese spare ribs. It's like, wow.
I gotta say though, when in Enter the Dragon, one of the early scenes, Jim Kelly is being harassed by the cops, and he lands this perfect knife hand to the cop's trachea, and I'm like,
so
I saw the movie 10 times, then I got my black belt in Taekwondo, and then I saw the movie again after that, and I was like, yes, he landed a knife hand. Look at that.
And the thing is that a lot of people, they look at like the knife hand chop and everything. It's like, oh, it's judo chop, whatever. it's a fucking dangerous move,
It's super
especially when
dangerous.
you hit somebody's like a windpipe.
Okay. With that being said, did you finish watching Warrior Nun?
What's up?
Did you finish watching Warrior Nun?
Yeah, not yet.
Oh,
Not
come
yet.
on.
Bro, my binge-worthy list is long. So, yeah. But actually, before you get to that and everything, fun fact about Enter the Dragon. So you know how it ends with Bruce Lee and John Saxon like taking on like Mr. Han's army.
Yep.
It wasn't supposed to be John Saxon. It was supposed to be Bruce Lee and Jim Kelly fighting off. They were the last ones alive.
Right.
They were supposed to be fighting off like the army, but John Saxon was like throwing his weight around. He says, I want to be in the final fight and everything. So that's why.
Because he was the biggest actor of them at the time.
Yeah. And also, John Saxon's character was supposed to be killed off.
Yeah.
So he threw his weight around, and then it became Jim Kelly that ended up dying. And I'm like, I wish I didn't find that out, because that would have been so much better with Jim Kelly and Bruce Lee.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Well, he probably went too many minorities.
Yeah.
Too many minorities. No one will believe it.
Honestly, that's what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, but they decided that it wouldn't play in the U.S. because I think that movie was like 73 or something like that.
No, actually before that, I think it was 72.
Yeah.
But it was actually made in Hong Kong.
It was.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a joint Hong Kong American
Because
production.
I know the first
it
full
was,
American production he did was Game of Death, and that's the one he died in.
73.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was like by Golden Harvest, and Golden Harvest was a huge. And I want to do actually a retrospect on Golden Harvest Studios as well as Shaw Brothers, because Golden Harvest gave birth to like a lot of like stars like Jackie Chan,
Gordon Lau.
Gordon Liu was more Shaw Brothers.
You're right. He was Shaw Brothers.
Jet Li, Donnie Yen, and all
Sammo
that.
Hung.
I think we should do a retrospective of Jackie Chan movies in which he is not inspired to action because his daughter is in jeopardy.
Oh,
because there would be a very short list.
Right.
It'd be a quickie.
There was another, and I'm going to end it on this. In Enter the Dragon, I also heard that the dude O'Hara, Bruce Lee had to actually kick his ass for real because he was trying to fight Bruce Lee.
No. That was all like by the director.
Yeah,
it
was all hype.
It was all hype because he was trying to build up some on-screen drama between them to sell the movie. But the thing was, Bob Wall, who played O'Hara, him and Bruce were good friends.
Gotcha.
In fact, when I met, big ups to Bob Wall. He passed away a couple years ago. But I met him at San Diego Comic-Con. And he was selling, prints of himself and everything. He had this image, which I wish I would have bought, but, didn't have enough money. It was him and Bruce on set during like their whole fight scene, and they're laughing. They look like bros and everything. And that that's when I learned about that Robert Klaus, the director, was trying to build up like animosity between them. So yeah, so it was like the East Coast West Coast beef. Yeah.
So we got a lot of new ideas that we're coming up with. So like I said, guys, I hope you're gonna enjoy the direction we're taking in. Tell your friends, tell your families. Jay said he'll pay you if you listen. That's what he said. I don't know, man.
He's talking about a different Jay. He's trying to throw me under the bus again.
But we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, always loyally supporting us. And if you got any ideas, go ahead and email them to us at The Minorities Report. Remember the THE, The Minorities Report 21@gmail.com. Or go ahead and follow us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and I guess it's called X now.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know Elon Musk is a DMX fan.
No, he's an edgelord.
He's an edgelord. What did you say? Anybody who has Lord,
like it's Lord 666 X
or 69
or 69 or dark. Yeah.
Well, he's Lord Dark Mux XXX69.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so follow us on any of those platforms. Send us a message. We're at the Minorities Report and Minorities Report 2.0. From Jay Shell, Mr. Han, and all of us here at the Minorities Report want to thank you guys. Have a great week, and we will see you.